G'day chaps, welcome back. We're at episode 6 now, I believe. 9 hours of daylight left. Stats are all good. And we are heading out towards Coastal Highway and then Desolation Point. So we have everything we basically need apart from the hacksaw. I don't know specifically where to look for the hacksaw, so we're not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to kind of... actually thinking about it, maybe we do need to find it in... Oh shit, there's the wolf. Oh god, that was close. Holy fuck. So close. I'm going to go back and check that footage because I swear I saw the wolf really, really close. Now I can't see him, so maybe I mistook it, I don't know. But I had to kind of play safe there. Either way, we've escaped. I think we can stand up now. Yeah, I don't know. That was just completely reflex. I completely forgot what I was talking about, and I just thought, fuck, wolf. Yeah. So yeah, we're heading towards Desolation Point. Ultimately, we really need to find the hacksaw on Coastal Highway one way or another. Unfortunately. There might be... It's probably worth checking. It's minus 12. It's pretty cold. I don't want to have to stop to make a fire, so... I think I'm just going to grab the cattails from this little river here, if there are any. And then I'm going to keep going straight over the trees, straight out of here. Just not spend any time in this. This is only a transition zone. There is a cave, but let's just make hay while the sun's shining. We have a lot of distance to cover. This is a great place to hunt with the bow and arrow, by the way, because you've got deer in a really small enclosed space. So this is one of my favourite hunting grounds in the whole game. When I had my other Stalker game, my personal game, it got to that point where I was at 120 days survived. And it had just become, which hunting grounds do you go next? How sustainable is your life? It had already become routine. Like boring. So it's really good to be coming back and doing a fresh start when it's so difficult. I really, really like it. Could we go to the cave and start a fire? Yes, we could. But I don't want to get stuck here at all. So I'm going to run. I don't need to worry about wolves. So this is really just trying to get across here. I may need to start a fire at some point just to stop myself taking too much damage. You notice I'm not collecting any rose hips or old men's beards anymore. We have enough, so now it's all about speed. We just need to move. So, where are we going to stop? We're going to have to start a fire. So we really need shelter. What I can do is I can heat up those herbal teas I have. Really just need to find some wind shelter. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a fire, just a campfire, because we really just want to keep moving at this stage. I could do it inside the tunnel. That would be perfect windbreak. There's a cave over there actually. Let's have a look. Let's see if we get lucky with a carcass. Nope. Some food. Shoop. We can heat that up. I'm going to do that inside deep inside here, where it's 4 degrees. And we can heat up properly. So, I'll start that outside now. We've got enough matches. Let's just do that. Yeah, so I think we played that reasonably well. You have to, unless your clothes are good, you just have to kind of hop like we're doing now between sections. Can't stay out too long, our clothes are too shit. It's going to take us a long time to track down some decent clothing at this rate. A long time. Oh, crap. I'm not bothered about the matches. We have so many. Got 2 full boxes and then another couple. So, more about speed. So when we get to Coastal Highway, we're going to go, rather than heading to the cabin up ahead, we're going to turn right and we're going to kind of jump down the hill. So we're not going to follow the path, or the road, track, whatever you want to call it. We're going through the forest, and the reason for that is there's always a wolf on that road. So let's do this tomato soup first, perfect. And I'll do the herbal tea. We'll warm ourselves up in no time. And we can be on our way. I'm not going to sleep or worry about tiredness. I don't think that matters. Let's see how much this helps us in terms of heat. Good boost. Let's go for the herbal tea. This is just prudent gameplay. It's not trying to be exciting or, you know, show off for the proverbial cameras. This is just how you're supposed to play the long dark, really. Do we do another? No, we should probably just wait. It's pretty much there. Do we need any water? No. No. We have loads of tinder. Our belly is full. I think we're okay. I'll take this just because we can. May give us a tiny temperature boost. So, as I remember, we don't really need to worry about predators around here. There may be a carcass around the corner here on the left. Harvestable one. Oh no, got confused. Getting it mixed up with somewhere else, boys. Yep, now I remember. There's only one way out of here. So we just gotta follow the track, that's it. Nothing doing. There's really no point carrying that. This bit's just coasting, just travelling. This is when we can be a tourist. Looking at the beauty. Ooh, fog. Keep your eye on the road. That's quite spectacular, isn't it? I think that's pretty spectacular. Very cool indeed. Very atmospheric. And then coming into this tunnel like this. Imagine if this were real. It'd be very cool. Moody moment, as the music sort of attests to. A huge gap in the ceiling there, so this looks very old. Very, very old and abandoned. So maybe it almost looks like a natural tunnel. And people then just took advantage of with these bits. Guess that's what they do back in the day. 19th century, whatever. Yeah, I can't imagine living somewhere like this. It would seem, from an outside perspective, that it's such a brutal environment. So brutal. You know, not friendly at all. Not particularly enjoyable. So we're only at -3 degrees. We're at cruisy happy sign kind of stats right now. I'm quite surprised. We're 100% cruising along basically in Interloper. We've made it this far. And I've never fallen off the bridge. So I'm hoping this is not the time when I begin. How much would that fucking suck? Imagine that. I'd actually got this far on an Interloper start and then... Oh no, see it. You fell off the bridge. It'd be heartbreaking. You just... Oh, I got a kind of ball-tingling moment. It's still scary, even though it's a video game. Oh. Hey, okay, unbroken record. Because that actually had me feeling nervous, as in me in my seat. That was nuts. Experiential. So yeah, as we get past this tunnel bit, we're going to come out at Coastal Highway, and that's when we'll be able to turn right. I think we have to cross a bridge first, and then you get to a point where you can just you can drop off without hurting yourself too much. Temperature's still absolutely fantastic, so I'm just going to really push through. The only thing I'm honestly concerned about getting in this region is the hacksaw. We need it. Now, I've never come off here before this early, but let's try it. I think this takes us in the path of the bear, but visibility is good. So as long as we stick to the hills and play it smart, we should be able to see if or when a bear is coming. And of course, cattails. Hello. Single food source. Single greatest food source. I'd love to hear the story of someone who actually did this, a true life story of someone who had to go through like a truly brutal survival experience, but won and made it back to civilization somehow. That'd be an awesome story. There must be some. So if you've ever heard of any, do please share in the comments, and I'll definitely read. I read all your comments anyway, but if you have any suggestions for a real life story, I'll keep an eye out for that. I'd really love to know. It kind of reminds me of Frankie on PC's stories. He does these World War II stories. He just talks over gameplay footage, but he's very good at it. They're always kind of interesting. They're kind of just random little, 4 or 5 minute long. Rabbit up ahead, that's fantastic, because that means we're safe from predators. So I'm relaxing about that. Temperature is good, it's only -2. I'm trying to change this rabbit. Oh, you've gone the wrong way. Oh well. So at the moment I'm really thinking about cattails. In the back of my mind I know that this is bear country now. We're in it. Did I just hear something? Just trying to gain some ground so I can see better. I can't hear anything. Maybe my ears are just... Oh, there's a deer over there. Could have been a deer. Let's go have a look at what we have in this lovely little scene. You really do get the sense that civilization left this area a long time ago, don't you? I like that. You know, that you are the only human who's come through here for literally years and years. They do definitely recreate that very well, so I don't think I'm going to bother trying to get meat or guts off it. I'm sure I saw a dead person up here somewhere. There's another cattail. So the deer is up ahead. I'm going to keep chasing that ahead of me. Deer are as afraid of bears as they are of people, so I was going to say if he runs directly back like he just did, maybe there's a bear ahead, so that's kind of got me a bit nervous. So I'm pulling left up wide. Always go for the hills if you can. Maintain your visibility. If I take a sprained ankle right now, that's fine. So I'm not trying to be slow or careful. Really, just keeping my ears and eyes open. Rabbits down there up ahead, so I'm going to head for the rabbits because I know it's safe. And that's good because I know we're heading down a hill. So we're going roughly in the right direction. We're just heading for the road on Coastal Highway, and then once we hit that, we can easily find out. Oh, fuck, there's the bear. Fuck. Hey, okay. Well, we played it right. We played it right. Now, what I can do is, if I stay kind of within this distance of him, it keeps me kind of safe from wolves. So that's probably worth doing. And he's still travelling right to left. As long as he doesn't change his direction, I know I'm safe. So I'm just keeping an eye on him, making sure there are no wolves behind me. Could see some cattails in the distance, but I'm not going to bother. My only concern really is getting down to the road. So I'm just going to head directly away from the bear, even if it's by no means the most... It's not the quickest route, that's for sure. But it's the smartest route. Our stats are all fine. I'm going to get a flare out just because I don't like going over blind hills like this. This is just an old habit. Oh, saplings down there. Breaks my heart. I would really dearly love to be able to collect some, so I'm starting to really feel the lack of the hacksaw now. This is going to be the most critical tool in the game. Apart from the flares. So again, I'm not worried about injuries, I'm just going for it. Maintaining the good stats while we have them. Weather seems to be picking up in a bad way. I'm gonna probably check the car. Oh, there's cattails there. How many do we have? Fuck ton, we've got 60. But am I gonna come back here? There. I don't want to hold you up. It feels almost rude to go and check those cattails and then force you to watch it. So let's ignore that for the moment. We can always remember they're here if we last long enough. So I know we've got the pry bar. I know that cars really are worth approaching now. They might not yield anything, but I have to check them. And I'm really just trying to think about survival as sort of rationally as I can, I suppose. No, nothing. So I raise the hood and I open that thing. fuel cover, just so that if I come back through here again, I know I've checked that car. 5 hours of daylight left. We're a bit cold. I'm going to check the fishing huts just because we really need to locate that hacksaw. So basically while we're here, we're going to make our way over to Desolation Point, the transition part, which is in that direction. But basically more than that, I'm going to be hunting for the hacksaw, and I don't know where it spawns at all. So I think I'm going to have to keep on searching the whole map until I come across one, really. The hacksaw is critical because maybe not absolutely critical. I'm just thinking the reason you need actually it is critical, because I need to be able to take meat off deer and cut down saplings. So okay, yep, we are just going to have to dedicate all our time to finding. Okay, so our weight is good. Just see if there's anything here at all. Right. How's a hook? Okay, we've got 3 now. If we can get a line together, fishing might help supplement our calorific intake. So as you can probably tell, when I start doing a series like this, I'm excited, and we've kind of got into a slower playstyle now because I'm recording it all in one go. I've been playing for an hour and a half now, give or take. And this is the kind of game that rewards you when you put time into it. Anyway, I'm just sort of thinking it's a different pace. I always wonder what it's like for you watching this, hearing me talk, because it's quite a strange thing to do YouTube videos like this, especially gaming videos, because you're just kind of projecting a stream of consciousness. Because you're playing and you're kind of talking at the same time. The only thing I've learned about doing YouTube is that you should keep talking, even if you don't think it's very interesting or whatever. You can't have sort of dead time, because I've just noticed if I'm watching a video and someone stops talking, it feels quite strange, right? You're kind of thinking, why am I watching this? What's the point? So, yeah, it's like a separate part of your brain almost. Would you call it a skill? The ability to just talk, stream of consciousness for an indefinite amount of time. I really need to warm up. So we didn't find what we need. What do we do? I think I might head for Rabbit Island. It's one of my favourite spots in the game. 4 hours of daylight left. Used to be a wolf around these parts. So once we get up to the house, we can rest. We've got 4 hours of daylight. Kind of tired, but not too bad. So this is really just about continuing the search. Don't believe I'm going to find a hacksaw in a fishing boat, so I'm going to leave those. Okay, we've got tons. We've got 4 hooks there. I wonder what we're going to find next. Sometimes you just have these huge wins in this game. Oh, if only we had bow and arrows. So I'd love to take some of these deer down and have a huge fry up. Oh, there you go. There's that dead time. That was me. I just started thinking something random. I started thinking about, what should I tell you? Should I tell you about the fact time? starting the business. Have I mentioned that before? Would you remember? This is just thinking out loud. Boys, I think we're kind of coming up to a natural end point. I'll just take him up to the house where you have plenty of food. We need to cook up some water. What about fiery stuff? We could do with some sticks. I'll pick those up tomorrow though. We're going to spend the night here. This is one of the safest houses there is. It's my favourite place to stay here. Desolation Point, great place to spend the night. Because we've got 4 hours of daylight left and we're not that tired, I'm going to study the rest of field dressing your kill, because I want to get better at butchering carcasses. When we get the hacksaw, or if we have to melt a carcass, obviously with our hands we need to be as efficient as possible. So that's the most important skill. That's how I'm going to kill the rest of the time we have before this guy needs to sleep. The storm's coming in. I have to run into the wind. Let's take the ones that are in our way. Yeah, we need to just get in quick. Risk of hypothermia is not worth a few sticks. Come on. Alright boys, I think I'll stop it here and I'll do all the maintenance stuff as usual. I'll get our character up and happy and get through the night so that we can carry on with the story tomorrow. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.